All right, so I see a lot of these videos get thrown around of with these tatted select fuckboys trying to finger wave black nerds and say, hey, you know, I think that you guys, the reason why you guys didn't get chose is because you guys are just weird. You guys are just corny. But I noticed he kind of reminds me of the other guy that gets on my goddamn nerves with the dreads. So he gives his opinion of being an alternative black boy in I think Detroit, and he gets respect. And I can tell by this dude, he's probably was like 6'2" when he was in high school. So of course he's not gonna get flack. And he's wondering why come I didn't get static when I went to high school, when I was listening to heavy metal and rock. You still select. Let a 5'3" dude, 5'5" dude, listen to some anime music, and people will throw him into a locker. So let's see this genius response to life.
All right, y'all. So I think the ancestors put this on my spirit to say this, so I'm just going to say this. To the black nerds out there who are still mad about not being chosen or not being accepted.
I kind of hate when they keep referring to high school. Like, high school is something that I think the reason why niggas I think the reason why niggas are still evolved, that haven't evolved out of high school mentality or dating, is because I don't know, maybe because black men don't go to college like that. They're not in college. But it seems to be a real regression of, black men, or this topic of black men, high school, and like 20 years later we're still talking about that same shit. And granted, I come from Augusta, Georgia, to where you'll still have niggas who are like in their 50s still talking about high school. And it's kind of a unique town or county per se, because we don't have a college like that. We have a college basketball team, but it's not really that big. They don't really garner that much of a crowd. But what does gather a crowd is, high school. Most people can't go to college, or you don't get accepted or whatever. So high school basketball is actually pretty big. It's really big, and so you'll see people who graduated from high school 10 to 30 years ago still going to these high school games. It's really childish, man. You'll even see people posting up, like, whenever it's like a homecoming for high school, you will see like people be like, hey, this is the school I went to Josie. So you'll see hey, this is TW Josie class of 2002 20th anniversary. So you'll see stupid shit like that of like grown niggas claiming a 15-year-old's homecoming. Like, motherfuckers are really that shit. It's a weird town, but niggas have really regressed to high school, and it's kind of really sad and pathetic.
In high school, I think there might be a different perspective. So I'm from Detroit, from the hood, and had to go to school sounding like this, sounding like I was from the whole suburbs because my parents were strict. I messed with screamo music, heavy metal, alternative music, heavy, and came to school bumping it. Hood dudes used to be like, oh, Ryan on his Kurt Cobain. But I noticed that nobody gave me static. Nobody.
Because you're select. You're select. You may not be the most attractive guy in the school, but you're select enough to where people aren't going to fuck with you.
Gave me flack. I watched anime, really into comics, but I also was lit and popping in high school because I didn't separate myself from black people. I never thought that because I was...
It wasn't about separating yourself or being pro-black. You're dealing with kids. Being pro-black to a 15-year-old, especially back in those days, was basically you being a hood nigga. That was being pro-black, was being a hood nigga. So please stop with this bullshit myth that black nerds were separating themselves and trying to be white or Asian. Complete myth.
Black and listen to alternative music that made me less black. And other black people, sure, they capped on me, but I capped back because let's be honest, that's what black people do. Also, when I say cap in Detroit, that means like going back and forth. I don't know if y'all do that on here. But yeah, y'all, like there might be a different perspective. Like y'all gotta let this go. Y'all gotta let this anger go that black people didn't accept you. A lot of the reason you didn't get accepted was because of social competency.
Bullshit. No, bullshit. Cause you guys I knew you was gonna get to it. You was gonna get to the you're weird. But the thing is, people accepted you. And the thing is, if let's say just make up a name, Lewis is a 5'5" dude and he's listening to the same shit you have, but girls ain't giving him a chance, people ain't fucking with him. Is it really Lewis's fault that he's treated less than a person because you're select and he isn't? And the thing is that I really wish black folks would really get into this would really be honest about the conversation, because we keep blaming the victim. We keep blaming the non-select guy. Well, dude, if you wasn't non-select, you would be respected. Okay, you can't change that. You can't. And the only reason why the dudes are giving him Lewis, so-called Lewis, static is because women are giving him static. And so dudes are just being like, hey, if they're making fun of him, I'm going to make fun of him. If they ain't making fun of you, I'm going to respect you. That's the issue, man. And I wish black folks would be more honest about these conversations, but it's always the non-select guy. It's always that, you was weird. What did he do that was weird? And no one can give me an answer. Well, he didn't take a shower. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I know plenty of niggas who played the football team, played athletics, didn't shower. I know one, but statistically, on hearsay, I would say athletes smell bad. Athletes there's more reports of women calling out their athletic boyfriends and telling them that they stink, versus account of a nerd who smells bad. Because that's cap. That's fucking cap. Because really all black women can really do is stereotype them. Because they don't give them a chance. So how would they know? I know women sleep with athletes. So I'll take that into consideration when they say that they stink and they have bad hygiene. But when you talk shit about black nerds, what's the basis? You don't have it. You don't sleep with them. You don't date them. So I'm not going to take your opinions about them seriously. It's always they're weird. But when the select guy does the same shit, everyone acts dumb all of a sudden. So fuck all that shit.